bad. That was a total mistake on my part. We have 18 drivers here today. Do have some placements. I'm once again joined by my co-commentator James. How are you today?
Oh, very fine. Welcome along from my side as well to one of my personal favorite tracks in the F1 calendar. Of course, it's Mexico. It's pretty nice around here, so I'm really looking forward to this one today.
Two drivers here at the moment. Fortunately, we're not going to have a full grid. As McLaren, we don't have a driver around to reserve for them. Oh no, mate. It's saying my internet isn't good enough for some reason. No, not to worry. We'll keep going for now.
Yeah, I mean, I just put on the stream on my laptop and it seems to be working fine. So I think if we go on, that will be no problem at all. Yeah, you already mentioned some new drivers today. Only one Mercedes car with Lars Link at the steering wheel. Actually, F2 driver we had an F2 series a few weeks ago, and he was in the 2, so he would drive the Mercedes car. And then we have other drivers, kart racer in the Racing Point today. Obi drove the Mercedes car last week, he was in a Haas car and now driving for Racing Point. Sam D just moved from AlphaTauri to Red Bull to replace, I think it is Felix who replaced. And of course then Nick Pancras and Jeremy completing the AlphaTauri cockpits. Lewis, a new driver, same as Fosti Calvin, completing the Alfa Romeo lineup, and Sansu replacing, I think it's Monster, in the second Red Bull cockpit.
So, yeah, here we are. So Santu is at the Siamese in. Brian is just a reserve today, so we need to get somebody in for the Red Bull.
Oh, no, he's the reserve, okay. Yeah, already at the moment he's the fastest in Q1, a 1:13.8, a high 13.7. So that's actually quite fast, already 8 times or 9 times ahead of Darth FIFA in Renault. Jackson in the Ferrari behind them, with both Alfa Romeos following them. So it's quite difficult about Mexico to actually set a lap time, as it's really easy to cut a corner to invalidate a lap, so the drivers need to be very careful and probably need to set a few more lap times to be able to be sure to get into the next quali sessions.
Yeah. So yeah, a couple of lap times set now. So Karas, who's now a Racing Point main driver, he was a Mercedes reserve in Japan and won. So he's now got a chance to see what he can do as a main. And it's a 14.0.
Oh, that's quite good. Lars Link in the Mercedes invalidated his lap time in those S's. That's not good for him, as we see a Haas driver of Jake March coming on the stadium section into the final corner. Really important to have good traction out of here for the long start finish straight, and he improves to P6, 1:16.1, ahead of Lewis and ahead of the two Williams drivers.
Yeah.
And then it's Sam D Innoverpo up to P3 and Wushu setting 115.0 qualifying P6 at the moment.
Oh, Sansu's now retired in the pits, I believe. So
yes, that's right.
Sorry there for a moment, just had to get some stuff done. So now say 14.3. Let's see if there's a lap here we can commentate over. Actually, Magic Alonso here.
Yeah, Magic Alonso, yeah, coming down, Vector Principal into turn 1, hard braking point. It's best overtaking opportunity. Easy to cut through turn 2, need to stay tight through here. And onto the second gear straight, just full throttle, and again another good overtaking opportunity. Braking at 100 meters into turn 4, turn 5, into the infield section, taking a bit of a gamble here, going a bit wide, which is still valid, so that's good for him. Now into the S, and that's really one of my favorite sections, because everything up here is full throttle, and it's just really nice to drive through this section. Easy to invalidate, but if you get through, it's really good. Now into the stadium section. You just stay tight through here, which you didn't make. You missed the apex. Tight through here. Also a good overtaking opportunity if someone makes a mistake. And now through the final corner. As I said, stay tight. You choose a tight line through here. And then it's 115.4 and P8 at the moment.
And there's Lars Asink, who is a reserve from Mercedes today. So he's about to start lap there. Top 15 is about to complete sector 1, 28.7.
It's actually a good first sector for a Haas driver with a Ferrari engine. Of course, that's a bit slower on the straight than a Mercedes one. So I think it's a good first sector for him, but we already see that his fuel thing is blinking, so he has problems with his fuel on board, so I might not be able to finish this lap and then get into the pits with enough fuel.
See it, and now to come around the last couple of corners. Yep, into pits.
So you mentioned Lassa Singh.
Oh, going van there, so he's just he's quality banned for his actions in quality last race, so that means Lars in fourth.
That time should actually be good enough for Q2. Of course, with Bo having an quali ban, that means that just 2 other drivers will be eliminated in Q1. So it will be a tight battle between Alfa Romeo, Haas and Williams this time.
Well, yeah, Alex Bomberg's about to finish a lap here. P9, so just a little bit behind Jackson.
Yeah, who doesn't improve. He actually, I think, pits now. He has an Alfa Romeo right behind him. It's Foster, he's on his outlap. And I think then it's Jake March on his lap now, trying to improve on his current lap time, which is a 16.1. So he wants to get out of this bottom half of the timetable.
Oh, Bo's got 5 plus grip penalty for collision with How's that think?
Oh, I don't know what happened there. I mean, it doesn't affect him that much because, I mean, he would have started last anyway, but yeah, that's a bit weird. I mean, both are in the pits now. And Jake March improving to P13. So a few times advantage, 115.7, still 1 times behind Tyler and the Williams. Now Frosty Carbon through the second sector, still a 2 times improvement.
Oh, he's
and
invalidated. So that doesn't help him. Lewis on outlap now.
Yeah. I mean, the Frosty Carbon pits now, and then he crashes into the wall, but doesn't retire for good measure.
Well, yeah, he can get in, maybe put on a new set of tires.
Yes, he should make that. So Jack March just set a lap time. He would be able to set another lap time if he pits now, drive out on fresh rubber, then set another lap time. And his teammate Lewis, as you mentioned already, is on his lap now.
Is that
with Magic?
Let's see his tires fitted there. 0 laps.
Ooh, a 3.5 times improvement by Lewis in the second sector.
Yeah, so let's see now how to exit the final corner. Steve is retired in the pits, believe. P12 for Lewis, so
that's a good improvement. From P16 to P12, so that's good for him. We see Evan now in the Williams on his lap now through the second sector, now into the S's. Oh no, he cancelled his lap. His ERS mode is 0, so he didn't validate, but maybe he had a mistake in the first sector.
it was probably some form of mistake.
Yeah. So he might just set another lap time now, even validated, but that's no problem. So he might set another lap time now. But of course his tire is a bit used.
Yeah, but it's only Q1.
Yeah.
So now Evan here, he needs to get probably set a lap time maybe about 2 tenths or so quicker if he wants to move himself up the order and not have to worry about potentially being knocked out. Oh, that's invalidation. So.
Ooh. And Frosty Calvin is just improved by 1/10 in the first sector. So that should be enough to actually go up to P15 and push Evan into the last few positions. So if Carmen doesn't invalidate his lap or doesn't make a mistake, he will definitely be Q2.
And P15, so Evan now he's out.
And Evan crashed.
Yeah.
So we still have the Haas driver of Pocket Team. So he actually could push Calvin into the bottom 3.
Oh no. Oh,
And one of the drivers just...
so Sansu tops Q1, Karis P2, Bo P3, Sandas P4, Lassasing P5, Daviva P6, Jeremy P7, Wushu P8, Jackson P9, X Bomber P10, Tala P11, Steve P12, Nick Pancras P13, Lewis P14, Jake Marsh P15, Crossy Calvin, Evan tops the team are out. So yeah, Q2 here now, and a few people have out laps. Samdas in the mediums, so he obviously feels like he can maybe try qualify in the mediums and go for a one stop.
Yeah, we actually see three drivers on a medium tire. So Jake March, of course, in the Haas car. Well, I would be surprised if he makes it with a medium tire into Q3, but I don't think he should. Sam D, as you already mentioned, and Wushel on the medium tire. So that's an option, of course, for the drivers.
Yeah, I think some of them maybe might just want to do a run of mediums so they could save a set of softs, in case something happens.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I've been driving a lot of Mexico races lately, and the soft tire is so much better in the race, as it has much more grip. You can go much faster in the stints, and therefore a two-stop strategy in the race would definitely be faster than a one-stop. Ooh, and I'm with Magic Alonso now on his flying lap, and he's being pulled off by
he's
Williams of
spun.
Tyler. He hit the back of Tyler's Williams, you didn't see him coming through the stadium section. And now he, for good measure, crashed into the wall. Well, it's definitely blocking the flying lap of Magic Alonso as his teammate Darth FIFA has a 1:15.0 and goes fastest at the moment. And Tyler just... No, Jack Marsh spun away.
Oh, he's
Exit
out.
turn 3. He's out of the session.
So,
So that brings an end to his quali session. So he will definitely start P15. I think will be Lasserson. Yes, he's at the end
yeah,
of.
he's in the medium, so let's see what he can do.
So I think the Mercedes will definitely have enough pace so he can qualify on the mediums. That should be possible for him. Does a purple first sector, of course, doesn't mean anything, but at least it shows you that he's fast. Now through sector 2 there's a Red Bull right in front of him who makes space, so that's good. Go to the side of 55.9, it isn't that fast in the middle sector. And yeah, now the car's really unstable in the final section of this track. So that will probably, this lap will probably not be fast enough so he can qualify into Q3. So he might need to improve on that one. But still, it's a 1:15.4.
Yeah.
So P3 at the moment for him, that really surprises me. Especially with that mistake.
Sanchez retired in the pits then.
So yeah, of course. I mean, he probably will be happy with his lap time.
16.2, so that seems like a great lap, to be fair.
Yeah. Jeremy on a good first sector as Kart Racer, I think, spun away at the exit of the infield section. So a lot of mistakes probably by the drivers. Good middle sector from Jeremy. And let's see what he can produce in the final sector. Going on to the stadium section.
Oh, Wushel, he's out. What happened to him?
Oh! Why did he retire? I didn't see that.
That's strange.
So, Jeremy didn't, at least on my screen, didn't set a lap time. Probably invalidated. And we see Sam Dion is outlap. And no, Jeremy just improved to P2, so 114.7. So
not
sorry
bad
for
up
that.
there for Tauri.
So that might be improved to Q3 with Darth FIFA 3 tenths behind him. However, Darth FIFA just improved by 3 tenths only in the first sector. So that might be a really good lap from Darth FIFA now coming. good, yes. It doesn't invalidate. That's a good line he took. Stayed on the 400%.
Oh yeah, flag.
Still,
It's Lewis.
ooh,
Oh no, he's just gone slow on an outlap. No worries about
ooh,
that.
yeah.
And Daffy, he is about to go 14.5, so P2 in the Renault.
Yeah. Let's see. Alex Bomberg now on a flying lap, and Sam D only P. Oh, invalidated. Sam D in P14. No time set yet. Invalidated.
Yeah, it's
First
not looking
sector.
great for him.
So it's Alex Bomberg now on the medium tire, trying to. Oh no, invalidated as well. So problems for the drivers to set a lap time which is valid. I mean, there are a lot of Wushu fans usually out there in the stream, so they probably could tell us what happened to Wushu, as I know that a few drivers are in a party with him. So if they write into the stream or into the chat what happened with Wushu, because we didn't actually see anything what happened to him, we just saw my commentator just saw that he tired for no reason.
So let's see. So now it's beginning his lap, and also Kart Racer. So let's see, why is Eric able to do the Racing Point? Lars has left the session.
Ooh, that's a disconnect probably. That's not good for him. I mean, he can rejoin, and he also set a lap time already, so that's good for him. And Jeremy retired from the session in the pits.
Well, send an invite to Lars now. Well, yeah, you can do it as well, maybe. Just, Okay, so P3, 14.0, so that's 13.9.
Yeah, I just sent him an invite, so he will probably join again in a few seconds. Next one to cross the line, Nick Pankis, and Nick Pankis goes P6, just behind his teammate, or 4 times behind his teammate. And we see Magic Alonso on an outlap, still haven't set a lap time, he's on medium tires now. So that's he's taking, because if he doesn't, or he isn't fast enough on his medium tire, he will probably not be able to qualify for Q3.
So, Alonso's starting a lap of mediums. Let's see where he can put the Renault. Bit of oversteer there. There's a slow, Lewis is going slow. Although that just gave Steve a slipstream. So,
the first sector isn't really fast. It's 3 times down on the time.
Oh, he's invalidated that one. So that trick hasn't worked.
Yeah, he needs to go slow now. He still has enough time for one more lap, but we need to have an eye on him how fast he can actually go, because that first sector was 3 times down on the lap time Nick Pankis did in the first sector. So Nick Pankis P6 at the moment at a 28.1 in the first sector. So that's like a quick reference.
So Alonso is now going to try set a proper lap now.
Ooh, and a Ferrari.
Oh,
Turn
Ferrari, that... No, that's like Bomberg.
Yeah, unusual. So his tires seem to be quite hot. Maybe he spun in turn one, but I can't.
But he's on an
yeah.
out lap, so it isn't as
Yeah.
much of a problem.
So Magic Alonso didn't invalidate. Let's go through the first sector.
Can you invite IFR Legend, please?
Yes.
Lewis beginning a lap now. Very close between him and Tyler, so could see a Williams or an Alpha manage to sneak themselves into Q3.
And Magic Alonso goes. Oh, doesn't set a good lap time. Only 16.7.
Yeah,
That's...
that could be out in Q2. Yeah, he's retired.
Oh, he will be out.
He will be.
Oh, and Lewis crashed. Lewis
Oh,
crashed.
Lewis is out now, so that's left Tyler in Q3. He's had a big
And
crash, and
Jackson?
yes, Jackson P5 in the end.
So
But
that's
he's not
Lewis.
going to join back. He's not join back quickly, it seems.
Yeah, there will be no more improvements until there will be no more important changes for the position. So that's Tyler and Alex Bomberg in Q3.
Yep,
As
Legend is now
joined. So he will take over then the second Mercedes, if I'm right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lars Link just improved with that soft tire, so changed his mind from medium to soft. Made those at 13.3.
3 laps, so they're a bit old.
Yes, they are a bit old, so that might have not been the correct decision by Lars Singh. Of course, it would have been a fresh set of soft tires. That would have been a good decision, but yeah, that might be interesting for the race then.
So, Lars tops Q2 13.3, Sansu is P2 13.5, and that's the P3, Karis P4, Darfiva P5, Jackson P6, Jeremy P7, Dupankras P8, Tyler P9, Alex Bomber P10, Lewis, who crashed out, Manjansu didn't say a good enough time in the mediums, Bo, who had a disconnect, Wushel and Jake Marsh, who both crashed out. So, that is it for Q2. It's Q3 now. Hopefully we'll see drivers out soon enough.
Yeah, probably all drivers do 2 shots, like always in Q3, and try to put their car in the correct position.
Syria Q3 knows where the fastest times are set, so let's see. Lara's about to start a lap now. Oh, yellow flag. There might be just some Red Bull.
Yeah,
Start a lap.
I think FIFA will be the first one to actually set lap times now through the first sector into the second part of this track.
Yeah, a bit of a lock up there, although sometimes it does help to actually have lockups. You know, game physics.
Yeah. Oh, and now invalidated.
Yeah.
This was too tight on the curb. Made a mistake for that section. And that's AlphaTauri and that's Jeremy right behind him. With both Ferrari cars coming after him. Well, Jackson on an outlap, Alex Bomberg on an outlap.
Solar's invalidated as well. Tyler, an outlap. Sam Dempsey. Jeremy set the first lap, 14.5.
Alex Bomberg made a mistake, it's only a 15.2.
Oh, well, obviously for Santu, but instead of 13.6.
I think invalidated, as you already mentioned.
Yeah,
Sam Liam validated. Kart Racers on his lap now. Same as Nick Pancras. And Tyler, who got into Q3, goes on his lap now as well.
Why is he just burned half his ERS?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe he forgot to
Oh
turn it
no,
off.
it's just a glitch.
Oh.
16.2.
16.2? So according from times we already seen in Q1 and Q2 from the Williams pair, that's actually a good lap time. Might improve by 2 or 3 tenths, but probably can't go any faster in that car. So we see Jackson now flying lap 55.8 in the second sector, few times down on that absolute or session best from Sansu, 13.6 at the moment. Coming on the final corner is Jackson, and he does a 15.1, so just marginally faster than his teammate Alex Bomberg.
Who's into the pits now?
But at the moment, a second bow lockout from the two Ferraris, which now isn't anymore because Kart Racer just goes P2. 8 times down on Sansu, but still P2, 113.4. Only 1 times up on Jeremy. That's quite close between those two cars.
Yeah, Karis is at 14.4. I think we think usually went a bit quicker than that, so
yeah. We now see Lassosing on an out lap, so he will be the next one to cross the line then on a fast lap, as the other three drivers on the track at the moment will definitely pit now, as they already set a lap time a few moments ago. And I think the Mercedes driver should have enough time to do the second one as well, but it will definitely be close, because actually second thought that there isn't enough time to do the second one for Lassosing, so you need to get that one right.
so yeah, see more lap time being set. Lars is on a lap now, he's the only one out on track. So he's going for it now.
Yeah, I mean, if he invalidates now, he can pit and put on another set of soft tires, so that there would be enough time. If he finishes this lap, there won't be enough time, I think. Also 27.8, so that's a good first sector.
Looking good so far.
Yeah, still going fast in the second sector.
Yep,
So that's
very
definitely
fast. Two purples.
Yeah, will probably be provisional pole if he gets it through the final sector. We've seen Bottas crash 2019 here. He doesn't. And
It's pole 13.3.
Again, I think it's actually the same time as he did in Q2. A 13.330. I think it's actually the same time. So at the moment, except of Lars, who just pitted, there are 3 drivers on track at the moment, both Red Bulls and Darth FIFA, of course, with Darth FIFA and Sam 2 drivers who didn't set a lap time at, right now,
Yeah.
so their lap needs to be spot on.
So Thomas here in the Renault, he's about to get his lap underway. So pretty much an all-nothing lap. He would still technically have a little bit of time for another lap if needed, but at that point it would be just a bit pointless. So you're going turn 1, bit of a lock up, and turn 2. Looking good so far, didn't go wide, so looking tidy. Another lock up, and still in the apexes. Another lock up again. Same as oversteer.
Yeah, we see Sansu going just a few thousandths of a second faster than Lars in the first sector, doing a 27.7.
And now into 55.6 after the second sector. Oh, there's a yellow flag for Ferrari. I think that's just somebody being when Snow took him out the pits. Thomas, he's done everything he can now. Lower steer there, but a 14.6.
Sansu improved by 2 times and just gone wide.
Oh, Sam Downs is invalidated. So,
Ooh.
he's got to get around quick.
So he will definitely have enough time, so we will be able to set another lap time. But of course, it isn't good for him. Next one across the line will be Jeremy, who invalidated as well. He's P4 at the moment, is really good for an AlphaTauri driver, but he won't improve, I think, anymore.
Yeah, Sansu is doing another lap here, it seems. It's a 10th up first sector.
So he's even faster than last lap. But of course we already see that fuel tank lighting up. So let's see whether he has enough fuel on board. Finish his lap. Oh, that's a really good line. That's a really fast second sector. Improves by 2 times again. So just don't invalidate here. Wait,
And he has.
Again. Same corner. Just gone marginally wide. It's a few centimeters. So let's see who's the next driver to cross the line. It's a Racing Point. It's a Racing Point of Kart Racer. Might he improve by 8 times to go P2?
Well, 5.
5 times.
And now around the final corner to the right, and P3 still, but very close.
Misses out. Yeah, just misses out. The Ferrari of Jackson goes P4.
Oh, and a validated lap from Lars, but he's on pole. Jackson P4.
Sam D. This lap is still valid. So
yep,
that will
P4.
Be P4. We see Alex Bomberg.
So that's it there. That is quali done. So, Lars lines up on pole for Mercedes, Sansu P2 and for Red Bull, Carlos P3, Racing Points and Nasty P4, and then Jackson P5, Jeremy P6, Danfiva P7, Alex Bomber P8, Nick Pancras P9, Tyler P10. So, there we go, and that's it for quali.
Yeah, we definitely need to have an eye out on the second row then, on Kart Racer and Sam D, as if they get a good start, they will be ahead of Lars and Sansu before turn 1. As of course we have a long start-finish straight, and we definitely see some race action right from the beginning.
You'll be correct as well, yeah. So... Oh no, we're not glitched, thankfully.
Yeah, the driver makes himself ready now to start the Grand Prix in about 10 seconds. Of course now tire choice will be important. Of course, drivers starting from the back of the grid might also start on a higher tire set. And I'm just looking, we have 4 drivers on a medium tire, with Wushu Legend, who just joined and drives for the Mercedes team,
Oh
and
no,
from the
wait.
team and even with Jake March starting on hard tire.
Oh, we've got a... Oh no, we have a problem.
So I think, from experience, that will be solved if Legend just leaves the session again and then joins for the start of the race. Then this situation should be solved because Legend, of course, is the one who joined
Okay.
again.
Alright, so, hang on, let's see who's causing it. Okay, I think we'll, yeah, I think it'll be a restart.
Okay.
Okay, so new lobby. Right, so lobby's set up. Now I'm going to join. Okay, if you could help inviting people as well. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I certainly did. I invite
Well, I'll
other
just
people.
send you the coin results there so you know who to invite. Oh yeah, of course. Okay, let's get the invites. Kaiser. Okay. Right, so more invites. Alright, so 15 drivers, 16 now. Unfortunately, Lars actually can't drive anymore. He's got an assignment.
Yeah, I just invited Sansu. He should join. He should join in about a sec. And with 17 drivers, and there's still should be missing one. Kart racers driving. Bo is missing.
Oh yeah, we need to see if we can get Bo. Oh yeah, you can invite him if you want. Oh, we've got Aaron, he's able to join, so I'll invite him then. I have him on the friends list, but you can invite him as well.
Yep, just invited him.
There we go, finally. Finally, we can get going. So let's see what tires everyone's on. Softs for
Yeah.
Steve, mediums for Ruschel and Jake Marsh. So Calvin, softs, Evan, mediums, Top Team mediums, Legend mediums, Aaron softs.
Yeah, so 5 drivers on medium tires. They are able to actually do one stop, so from medium to hard. But I think the hard tire is too slow on a track like Mexico. So I do think they will do a two-stop strategy, going for 2 soft tires at the end of the race, so medium, soft, soft. Other drivers would probably do soft, soft, medium, or medium, soft, medium, soft strategy. Except, of course, we see a safety car also similar.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, Evan nearly
of
lost
course,
his air information lap.
And of course with Lars not able to race, we see Sancho on pole for his, of course not really first pole position, because he didn't really qualify on pole, but of course he starts now from P1, and we might also see a maiden win from him or his teammate Sam D today. As he is in a good position to strike in turn 1 with a good start, taking advantage from the slipstream of his teammate. So we will see what happens into turn 1 then.
Oh, Santos forgot his setup it seems, so that's unfortunate.
Oh, that would definitely probably put him to the back of the grid. Without a setup, it's really difficult.
So now we're waiting for 5 red lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Lights out, and we go racing in Mexico. It looks
At a
like
Racing Point.
Racing Point's got a good start, and but Sam Davis has got a brilliant start in the Red Bull, so he should. Jeremy also a good start. Jackson, the lack of power is not helping. Oh, that's Bomberg. Now Cars looking for the slipstream into turn 4.
And there's Nick Pancras in the battle with both Renaults. Taking with Wushu against both Alpha Tauris, Alfa Romeos. Hold on.
Yeah, look, Legends are making up places.
Yeah, he's now side to side with Evan into the SS. And probably makes a move. Yes, he makes a move on the third straight into the stadium section. Already up into P13, so made up 4 places at the start of his concrete.
Oh, let's see. So now to still keeping in P2. Hang on. So now it just seems like he's glitched down for a little bit.
Yeah, but does go a good pace without really setup. So that's good for him.
This should sort itself in a minute.
Yeah, no, well, it sorts itself now. So we see Kart Racer now in P1, time to P2 with his teammate
Oh,
right
Jake
behind him.
Marsh with me for moving Evan.
And Evan right behind Legend now, and his teammate Wushu, who's still in P12, didn't make up any places. Frosty Carmen made up 3 places already at the start, with Legend and Aaron gaining 4 places each, and now Legend gaining a 5th place on Wushu into the stadium section on the inside, and his teammate Aaron.
Jake Marsh picked up a time penalty already.
Yeah, and Aaron goes past Wushu in the stadium section.
Carousel fastest lap. Since we've just started to fall out with the 1 second range.
Ooh, that's not good for him. He needs to stay in that 1 second range, as of course the Red Bull is a bit slower on the straight than the Racing Point. But now he's really falling back. Harvey does a good pace in his race, and Jeremy is able to follow both Red Bulls.
Hang on, he's coming a bit wide of being passed.
And Wushu now on the inside of Calvin and makes this move not really stick. Calvin now on the outside.
Is Wushu to the inside. Calvin has kept it.
Might have received a warning there for cutting corners, but kept it. And they both now lost out to Legend and Aaron as they make up more and more places. And Lewis spun away.
Oh,
Lewis spun around.
Yep, Lewis has spun and he was in a point position.
Ooh, that's really unlucky for him. Lots of traction at the exit of the hairpin in the stadium section. And forced to Calvin. We can have on this session in the pits.
Yeah, Calvin's retiring to pit, so that's the first retirement of the race. Alright, so now 2.3 seconds ahead.
And at one Kart Racer already pulled in a gap of 3 seconds. He's around 1 second faster than any other driver, at least at the front pack, each lap. So that's quite impressive. He doesn't even use that much ERS. He has more ERS than Francis, Sam D and Jeremy, who's just been attacked by Jackson, who's close enough now to actually make an overtake on the long start-finish straight.
Yeah, so let's see, can Jackson make a move? Sam Daviste doesn't seem like he can make a move either. He's not using his DRS for whatever reason.
Yeah, so Jeremy now without any ERS So he already flashed up, or at least his black light with red light flashed up quite a few times now. So he will be in danger, then, especially for the next lap.
Oh, Jackson did hit the back of Jeremy, so Thomas might be on him now. Oh, no, sometimes these pass Santu.
Yeah, they had a great battle through those corners now, and Samba just passed him into P2, even without a setup.
No, Santu is the one who doesn't have a setup. Sam Dallas
Yeah, sorry.
has a setup.
Then I mix him up. And of course, Sansu lost, of course, made a lot of time to Kart Racer, and Sandy then tries to make that time up again. It's about 4 seconds, the gap between Sandy and Kart Racer at the moment.
So let's see, there's four-way battle for P4 pretty much. No, actually, Sansu's back past Sam Davis there, so he's making a really good battle out of this.
Yeah. I mean, for usual we would see a team order right now, letting Sam D pass, but of course, Sansu can fight for his second place. As Darth FIFA tries to make a move on Jackson, but there's no space around these corners. He needs to wait until he's on the start-finish straight, because that's the best overtaking opportunity. Legend is now right behind Nick Pancras, already up to
Jeremy
9.
seems very slow through the S's. We were just saying that Jackson doesn't have the straight line speed to go for a move. Whoosh has picked up a time penalty.
So Jeremy might want a bit less wing. Of course, that's decrease in speed in the corner section.
Oh, Nick,
but of course,
Legend's all over Nick Pancras.
Yeah, and
yep, he's straight past.
Yeah.
Well, up ahead, Sam Davis can he go for the inside now, which will become the outside. He's going to try switch back it. He seems to have got slight better exit, and now the DRS. He's got the position. Or no, he hasn't actually.
So Sansu back past Sam D after he overtook him into turn 1, I think it was. And I think that lower front wing from Jeremy, that lower wing angle from Jeremy really helped him out not to be overtaken on the start-finish straight.
So still, we have our four-way battle for P4 between Jeremy, Jackson, Thomas, and
I think it will get a 5-way battle with Legend closing up quite fast in these last few laps, just about a second away from Magic Alonso. So Jackson isn't close enough to Jeremy. Not quite close enough.
No, he's going for it now.
No, that's too late.
Yeah.
And now, bit of a move to turn 3, but nothing too serious. And now Legend is right on the back of Magic Alonso, so he will be able in the next lap to make a move on him.
He's on 17th for whatever reason. I believe he's pitted. Actually,
yeah, I think he's lapped already.
No, I wouldn't believe he's lapped. Or no, he's just no, he is.
Actually, not sure. I think he's lapped. Yeah, but I'm not really sure. And he's behind Wushu at the moment, but in P18, Wushu P12. So,
no, I think he's like this. He's temporary down there for whatever reason.
I think he's lapped because every time he gets close to Wushu, he gets ghosted as Jeremy just enters
No,
the
it
pits. So the
couldn't be
first
that,
driver
possibly.
so Jeremy switches to
Yeah,
to medium
Legend had
tire
actually
now.
passed a couple people now, Manchonzo and Dark FIFA, so
So
he's basically
double
broken
moves,
up
so
this whole battle.
yeah, and he might even
Yeah,
get.
Jeremy was in the pit, so he decided to get into the pit before he was overtaken.
Yeah, so that's actually a good move, and he actually he does like an undercut. Of course, he was the front driver, but he of course uses that.
Oh,
opportunity
Jackson
has
nearly
a
lost.
big drift. Oh, and Legend does the front wing.
Oh, that's wing
Legend-
damage. Oh,
Ooh, that's not good for him. He's of course on a medium tire. He needs to change his strategy now.
was it? The Renault is very close to each other now, so
But pace still looks good from Legend. So he might, if he wants to stay out, he could stay out as Sam D now into the pits, and Legend stays out. So I think pace still
oh,
is
Sam
good
D,
enough.
what in the? He's been reset for some reason.
Yeah,
No,
I think
he's glitched. He's a glitched.
Yeah, every time people enter the pits, they glitch back on track and then back into the pits. He's now coming out of the pits in P7.
Sam Dykes Bomberg.
So now FIFA in the pits, Jeremy way ahead of him. So that move from Jeremy was really good. He's 4 seconds clear of Darth FIFA. Jack March right behind him, and it's Evan in P11, Nick Pancras P12, Wushu only P15.
This only happens to one or two people.
Legend first time penalty, that could be because of his front wing, as he doesn't have that amount of downforce he should have. But still he can go a bit faster than Jackson at the moment. He's right at the back of the
Yellow
car
flags.
driver. I think that's not nothing to worry. I think that's just like the yellow flags. And now Legend up the inside on Jackson, even without DRS, gets past him. Now up to P3, so already made up 14 places. As now Tyler into the pits, Magic Alonso as well on medium tires. He will come out behind Jeremy and also I think behind his teammate Darth FIFA, but in front of Jack March, who is the car behind him.
Yeah, he's out now.
Ooh, and Jack March being passed by Evan and Nick Pancras at the same time, and I think Nick Pancras wants to make a move on Evan into turn 1, soft tires on, and he does make a move. Ooh, no?
Oh, Lewis is retired. Oh, he's out.
He retired at second 2. Who's the Red Bull? That's Sansu, and he retired in a place that's really dangerous.
Did he manual retire or?
No, he crashed. And
Oh,
he crashed in
okay.
a place where ooh, that's a big crash. So, good enough, fortunately, he is already ghosted or been put away, so no safety car, no virtual safety car. But that was a big impact. Now it's Sansu into the pits. And it's same as Jackson. Sam D probably with the undercut on his teammate, so he will be way ahead of him. Still we have some yellow flags, but I don't think they are any good. So yeah, Sam D way ahead of his teammate. Jeremy with a good strategy now in P5. Yeah, with a big enough gap to the cars behind him, who are all on medium, instead of Nick Pancras, who makes
Oh, Sansu picked up a penalty.
Yeah, Jackson and Nick Pancras, the only drivers who are on soft tires after the first stop. Same with Sam D.
Yes, I'm doing fastest lap now.
Yeah. I think he needs to try to close the gap to Kart Racer, so he does like an undercut, but Kart Racer
Yeah,
now
cars are in the pits now.
So, how close would that be now? Kart Racer will go onto medium tire. Is it medium? I can't really see it.
Hard. I believe he's one stopping.
Hard. He's one stopping then. So Legend gets past, and Sam D, does he get past him? He will get past him. That's a good undercut from Sam D in the Red Bull, and he will be able to put out a gap now, because he's on a fresh soft tire, and he will be so much faster than Kart Racer on the hard tire.
Weird flags just getting thrown up.
Yeah, but fortunately in sections where overtaking isn't really possible, except of course now in sector 1, but it's green again. Usually it's just in sector 3 the hairpin, which is waving yellow, so that's not too bad because you usually don't overtake in sector 3. So the only driver without a pit stop yet is Legend, Jake March, Evan, and the second fast driver, TRT from your team. So these are the only drivers without a pit stop yet.
Yep. Weird flags are just random now. The penalty situation at the moment is 3 seconds for Legend, 3 seconds for Sam Davis, then it's 3 for
Gets
Santos.
past Magic Alonso into turn 1.
Santos glitching down.
Yeah, that's not the first time that happened today. So he will go back up again, eventually. And now Legend into the pits.
He's into the pits now. He'll be in for...
Goes for another is it another medium tire or hard tire?
Can't tell
It's a
from the
hard.
angle. Hard tire. It seems, I can see the white on it.
Yeah, so that will be of course then the one stop. And he will fall back behind Aaron into P10 of course with that front wing damage. But every other driver in front of him except of course Kart Racer will do another pit stop.
Well, yeah. So we'll have to see what he can do now. Do whether he can catch up or that. So, there's a Haas in the pits now. Well, Topsy team has completed pit stop there, so...
The only driver within 1 second in the top 10 is Nick Pancras, about 9 times away from Magic Alonso. But not really close enough to make a move. And I just wanted to say Tyler behind Jake Mart, but Jake Mart goes to pits for the first time today for him. and Tyler up into P10.
He's up to P10, so at the moment he is claiming one. Well, no, he's not won't be claiming one point because Sam Davis says it glitched.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that. I just saw that after I said that he's in P10 and now it's P11. But of course, that's a hot spot. If somebody crashes or makes a mistake in the top 10, he would definitely earn 1 point. And Kart Racer now behind Sam D. Sam D couldn't really create a gap between him and the racing point, which therefore led that Kart Racer was able to follow in the DRS zones, and therefore he didn't lose that much time on that hard tire. That strategy could really pay out for him.
So Legend now P9, he still has a bit to catch up to other cars, but his strategy should be able to help.
Yeah. Darth FIFA was able to reduce the gap between him and Jeremy, which was about 4 seconds big. However, now it's just about 1 second between those two drivers, and that's actually better for P4 at the moment, except of course Legend coming from behind on a different strategy. So that might be P5 between Jeremy, Darth FIFA, and of course Jackson closing up from behind with Michael Alonso and planning to stay with Aaron, trying to close down the gap. So that will be a 6-way battle for P5 eventually, I think.
So, yeah, so now they're glitching again. Rusha picked up a time penalty, so he's really racking them up now. This top stream is about to be lapped now by Sansu. Let's see, Car Racer, can he get past? Not this lap, although his strategy should be able to pay off in the end.
Yeah, I do think that he might stay behind as long as Sandy is ahead of him to try to save a bit more ERS, because it's already up to 60% and he will probably try to save a little bit more, so until the end of the race he will have good reserves to actually push a little bit.
Oh, so that's they went wide, so the Car Racer could go for something here. Legend beginning to close up on this upper midfield pack.
Yeah. And I think now Kart Racer will make a move. He just used a little bit of ERS and he's now close enough.
Yeah, he's close enough at this stage.
And
so now say there's nothing he can do.
Yeah, he doesn't even try to defend because it's really hard. If the other driver is close enough and really wants to overtake, and he usually does overtake.
Aaron's into the pit, so that's out of the way for Legend.
Yeah, still 2 seconds to Nick Pancras, but of course he will probably close that gap down in the next few laps.
Evans picked up a second time penalty there.
And we see Jackson right behind Darfifa, who himself is right behind Jeremy, so that's 2 soft drivers against a medium driver. Of course, in a few laps time that will be the other way around.
Oh no, it's two mediums against a soft, I believe.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm sorry, it's Jeremy of course is on the medium tire, it's Jackson and Nick Pancras. Nick Pancras is the AlphaTauri on the soft tire. Of course, yeah, Jeremy on the medium tires and Darfifa on the medium tires as well. They will be on the soft tires for the last stint, as Sam D will
As Legends past Nick Pancras now. The softs are probably just starting to die off at this stage.
Already made up 2 seconds in 2 sectors. Oh, that's impressive. And the soft tire will definitely be slower now. Sam D on a medium
Nick Pancras showing up by going to pit 5 seconds speeding in pit lane. Unless there's something really up with that, it won't be removed.
And Legend gets past Sam D.
Oh yeah, Legend is past Sam Davison now. He's pitted. He's P8. Tyler's now P9, but I think he's another pit stop to make, perhaps. Unless he's going to take a huge gamble.
No, I don't think the tire will last. It's still 15 laps to go. I think the tire won't last 25 laps, to be honest. But of course, we could gamble it. But Aaron and Nick Pancras coming from behind will definitely be faster in the end with that first rubber.
Oh, Whoosh in the pits now, so he's exit now.
Yeah, will be lapped by these drivers now. Sadly, not a great performance from him today. We know that he can go better.
See, when is Santu going to pit?
I mean, he will probably stay out until, I would say, lap 24. Lap 25.
Maybe
probably.
Carrison now picked up time penalty, so that may well be an interesting element to this now. Oh, nice bomb from the victim of the glitch again.
And we now see Legend just about a second away from Magic, four times away from Magic Alonso to get in his DRS window, which he probably will make up in this last section of the track. Now it's around a second, 1.2 seconds, and it's not close enough.
Well, yeah, I think it was outside the detection zone there. Jackson did pits along with Jeremy, so they're going now for the pit stops.
Because Jeremy onto soft tires. No, on a set of medium tires again. So Jeremy on
Top
medium tires.
Top tire for the session in the pits, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's in the pits. Yeah.
Some downstairs past Legend.
So Legend must have made a mistake. Because I thought time D was a bit further away actually.
Whoosh picked up another time penalty.
Yeah, Sam D now right at the back of Magic Alonso.
See what happens now.
And
Bomberg has left the session.
Yeah, he of course was lapped quite a few times, I think, already.
Yeah, I don't know,
Jeremy
it's a
got
bit of a
penalty.
glitch. It's going on to into the pits, Legends and down there stayed out, Kasana meant pit stop and Legends on the one stop.
And then I thought just joined again. And of course the battle between Legend and Sam D, I think is actually the battle for P2 in the end. As they're both fighting for a podium position, and Sansu should actually pit in the next few laps. Except of course he gambles and try to go to the end with this tire.
So Thomas will have to pit soon enough.
Yeah. I mean, Sansu could actually try
Oh,
to
Nick
gamble.
Pancras actually passed Tyler there. So, tires. Until 12 laps, so... And Aaron's about
Yeah.
to pass him too.
And then it's P11 for the Williams driver.
Oh, Thomas in the pits now. So, will Steve get the undercut?
The soft tire on for Darth FIFA. And I actually thought Jeremy would go for a soft tire as well. But he went for the medium tire. Of course now on the same strategy as Jackson. And Darth FIFA with the advantage of a much softer rubber.
Yeah, and I
Joining
think he's
on the track.
out just ahead of his teammate. Although his teammate's
Yeah, he
gaining
was-
and gaining.
Yeah, no, both Renaults right behind each other on first soft tires.
Yep, Jeremy and
So they
Jackson
would-
having a battle.
And Jackson has passed.
Yeah. Jackson is passed
So-
now.
So I just looked at the gap between Sam D and his teammate Sansu. If Sansu tries to stay out and goes for the gamble, that it could actually pay off. We have around 10 laps to go.
Oh,
as
Mike
Sansu-
Bomberg retired from the session now.
And Sansu nearly spun away in pits now. Yeah, I think the tire is way too old now. And he will rejoin in P4.
Safety car!
And
No, it's a safety car.
oh, it's a safety car. No,
It's a safety
Sam D
car,
and
that
Legend-
would be it. Car race has been caught out now, maybe.
Well, he's in front of the safety car, so that's good for him. He will be able to do another lap and stay in P1. But of course, Jackson on that medium tire, Jeremy on that medium tire. Do they pit now? Because actually they really need to pit and both pit. That means that Dafifa, Magic Alonso, they gain a position, Nick Pancras and Aaron gain a position. And Tyler is now right behind the pack in P11 and is able to
He's on brand new mediums. Compared to others on brand new softs. So he might pit now, maybe. And Evans
should
also
actually.
there with Jake Marsh right behind him. Russell who's lapped, I believe.
yeah. And Tyler, I mean all in front now.
He's in the pits. Evan,
So kart racer to the final corner, and I think going into the pits, of course, going for first set of top tire.
I think the Delta's still there for them, so he should be fine. And
Yeah,
he'll-
it should be fine. If Wushel stays out, no, Wushel stopped. If Wushel would have stayed out, he could actually unlap himself again.
yeah, that would have been the intelligent thing to do.
Yeah, but he stops. But that of course means that he won't be able to actually make any positions good again. He will be... He will be in between Sansu and Sam D. So he will be in between both Red Bull drivers, which means that for the restart, he needs to let those drivers pass. But that's actually good for kart racer and Sansu, as Wushu is like barrier for Sam D and
Yeah.
Legend.
So the penalty situation, actually, now that I think about it, there is actually a chance that maybe out of all this, Darth Vader could win. Because he does not have a penalty, Jackson also doesn't have one, Tyler doesn't have a penalty, so they're...
Tyler could improve into the points.
Bush got 5-second penalty ignoring yellow flag, because I believe he went and... Oh, he got disqualified! Oh dear, well, that does happen.
What?
But,
Did he try to actually unlap himself? He might have tried to unlap himself.
He wanted to unlap himself and he was just hoping it would only be a 5 seconds. But, sure.
Yeah, that's of course not good for him. We might see Legend winning that Grand Prix, starting from the back of the grid. And of course we've seen the top 4 with great pace already today, so they might be able to create a gap again between themselves and Darth Vader. But of course, we need to have an eye
with
on
the
them.
penalties, if he can just stick with them, maybe with the Renault straight line speed, you could see something here.
Yeah.
As a Sandalti is 6 seconds. I'll cycle through warnings now. Kart racer, warning, penalty plus 1. So he only has the warnings for his penalty. Warning, penalty plus warning. Sansu is very close to getting a second penalty. Sam Daviste, he has an extra warning on to the penalties. 2 penalties already got. Legend, he's got 2 warnings, maybe 1 could be in collision, so he's got the warning for his penalty plus the other ones,
Yeah, but of course now with the soft tires fitted on, all drivers are gonna push for the last, probably for the last 8 laps, we're gonna be 7 laps, and of course the chance of getting another time penalty, another warning, is quite high. So we might see even more penalties coming now.
We'll check FIFA's race director. He's got 1 warning, and that's it.
Yeah, so that's actually good drive from him today. Jackson with 2 warnings, and Tyler, let me see, Tyler with 1 warning. So Tyler in a good position in the Williams to actually score points again this season.
Oh, there's track limits for Thomas here. So now we won't be on the way this lap, it's going to be the following lap.
Yeah, of course the whole grid didn't get close enough. We still have a pass. We still have Jack Martin and Evan at the back. It didn't close up quick enough to the safety car.
So well, Jake Marsh in the pits, he's got to get a wing change for some reason.
Oh, that's unusual. I mean, there wasn't a collision. Usually, if there is a collision between 2 drivers in the safety car, there will be 5-second penalties. But there weren't any collisions, I think. So he stopped again now. But however, he will be able to close up to the safety car queue quite fast now.
So yeah, he need to close up quick enough if we want to get going again, but he should be able to close up.
Yeah. However, I do think that sometimes the safety car just says we move on now, so there might even be a safety car restart. However, he is now, I think, close enough.
No, yep, close enough. He'll be caught up by the end of this lap.
Yeah, because now Kart Racer is going slow, and now Jake Martin's right behind Evan for the safety car restart. Of course, now with warm tires, that might actually be an advantage into turn 1.
Yeah, even just actually getting the power down at the final corner before for the restart. So, car race will be getting us underway.
And Sansu is right behind him.
Aaron's got 5 seconds of collision with Nick Pancras. That might sound lame, but Sansu is going to go for it now. He's had the slipstream, and it is side by side, heading into turn 1 here. And Sansu with the inside, Karas with the outside. Karas has got the ahead, but he outbroke himself slightly. So maybe he might be under pressure. A bit of a touch there. Legend up to P3.
Yeah, and it's now right at the back of those two. And now Sansu into turn 4.
Oh, Sandavstis tapped Legend slightly. He's got wing damage. So that is unfortunate for him. Now
And
Thomas
now
is going
on
down the inside here. He's got it done, has he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has it done. Sometimes just had to let that one go, and I think that's a race ruined now, thanks to damage. So Steve is now past. Jackson's now looking for a way past. Aaron's looking for a way past Jackson. Oh, and he's been
nearly spun.
He tapped with Jeremy there.
He will pit now. Oh no, he doesn't.
No, it seemed like it was just like a tap and nothing else. Well, apart from
and of course, it's good for Tyler. He might gain that position.
Yeah, the Pancras has 11 seconds now, so he might be in for a lot of points. Thomas is almost falling outside the 3 seconds of the leader.
Yeah. And Jackson around the outside.
Yep, Jackson. He's gone past him now. Evan and Jake Marsh having a battle. Wusha's now left.
Yeah. And of course, they could be in for some points as well.
Sandowski's now picked up another penalty. And
he just goes wide.
It's got severe wing damage now.
And now Legend will probably make a move against Sansu, who already used quite a lot of...
Karis have broken the DRS. So Legend now, he's got a chance to get the move done here. DRS is enabled now.
And he will get past quite easily on the Red Bull into turn 1.
Knock off from Legend there. So now it's going to be a Legend trying to chase down Kart Racer. 1.2 seconds here. Tyler and Nick Pank.
And Tyler goes past Nick Pancras. Good move. And Jake Marsh right behind him. And now Pancras doesn't make that move. And now Jake Marsh into the next corner. Goes past Nick Pancras.
Oh, Aaron's past, and I was saying Pancras, Jake Marsh there as well. Nick Pancras had to let him go.
However, Jake Marsh has cut the corner because he missed the apex. That might have been a warning for him.
Jeremy is now past Sam Davis there, so really struggling is the only way to put it.
Yep. So that could be a point for Williams, or 2 points for Williams and a point for Haas today, if they are able to close the gap to Sam D.
Maybe.
And Jackson against Magic Alonso. Renault tries to break the slipstream.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Jackson's gaining enough.
And Jeremy against Aaron without any ERS deployment.
So Jackson, he's close but just not close enough again.
Yeah. The gap between Cowboys and Legend is about 1.4 seconds. Quite stable at the moment.
Yeah, it's actually quite stable,
Yeah,
but
and,
he is closing in.
yeah, ever so slightly, and Sansu is falling off and actually outside the DRS window of the Legend, but clear away from Darth Reaper. I think Magic Alonso will now be overtaken by Jackson as he is now close enough.
Yeah, he's close. All my chances a bit more ERS to use. So let's see. Oh, Sam Daviste, he's round, and that's it for him. He's got 3
And Big
seconds.
March passed Tyler into
Yeah.
P9, so that's 2 points for that half speed.
Not quite. Tyler doesn't have penalties, so he may well
yeah,
jump
you're
up.
right. Ooh, yeah, of course, you're correct. And Nick Punk with another penalty gets passed by Evan because
Yeah.
he's spun.
Oh dear. Yep.
We have
So-
bumping damage, so there might have been a collision.
Yeah, that could be an investigation. So, lap 35. Nick Pancras another 3 seconds. Legend 1.2 seconds away.
And the battle for P5 is really not tensing up. Magic Alonso, Jackson, Evan, and right behind them is Jeremy. It's a four-way battle.
Legend another
never
3
had
seconds.
penalty. So, then I think the battle is done and dusted for P1.
Yeah.
Ooh, and Jackson in the back of Magic Alonso outbreaks himself.
Oh, and that's how wing
Jackson
damage
with
it
one wing
is.
damage. And Evan now, will he get past Jackson? Yes, he will get past
Yeah,
Jackson.
he's gonna get past.
He just switched. Jackson just.
Oh,
switched
that's-
the shot.
oh, dear.
No, he makes a mistake.
Who's no, hang on. Now that one will
Evan,
have.
Evan just made a mistake. He just really outbraked himself. He wasn't able to turn in. Now receives a 10-second penalty. Oh, that's something to look at. Because I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
something to look
Jackson
for
made
sure.
any
Max Alonso
mistake.
now is 6 seconds.
Yeah. Evan right behind him. He doesn't have any front wing damage. Now into lap Legend is actually close enough now.
Yeah, he's close. So now last lap.
But
Maybe Legend could do some track, and if he gets a warning removed and gets the move done, who knows?
or Kart Racer gets another penalty.
Yep, that's also true.
And now
Aaron's
Evan
been
gets
passed,
past Max.
or Aaron is passed on track, but below investigation afterward for maybe the move he pulled on the Jackson.
Yeah. But just think he just outbraked himself. Jackson wanted to go about the outside again, and I just think that was yeah, unlucky situation from my perspective. Of course, I think a closer look on it would help for clearer answer.
Yes, and that's the Nick Pancras having a nice little battle actually. So, needs to get that. So, Legend, is it close enough now? No.
Does Kart Racer make a mistake into the section? No, he doesn't. We see fireworks and flames through the
So-
last section.
So Legend is not going to try anything there, so... Oh, he's lost it, so Kart Racer, which sustains the pressure and wins in Mexico. Sansu will end up claiming P3, a quiet enough P3, mind you.
Yeah, with Darth Reaper
Then
again in
P4.
P4.
Aaron
About time
will
out.
end up P5 in track, but there's no investigating to do for him. John's up P5 now, Aaron P6. Now he's down to P7 as Jeremy moves up to P5. Now Jackson up to
Jackson
P6.
P6.
Now Tyler
Magic Alonso
P8,
only P-
Jake Marsh P9, Aaron P10, Evan P11. Nick Pancras and Dallas are still battling here.
They're having a bit of fun, I think, because they're changing positions quite a lot. And ooh, late lunge. Ooh, and a little wobble from Nick
Touching
Pancras.
there.
But nothing broke. I mean, it's for nothing now. It's P12 and P14.
Yeah,
Legend
still going for it.
loses.
Oh, and
Oh,
Nick Pancras has
into the
broke
wall.
himself. Oh no.
So that's then Sam D in P12. Sadly for him, would have challenged actually for a win, I think, or at least for a podium today. But it's P12 sadly for him. And Nick Pancras
Yeah, Nick
enjoying
Pancras.
the moment,
Oh man.
doing some donuts. And that will be
Anyway.
13 for him.
So there you go. Another crazy enough race. And it was a quite enough race until the end. Right, so there you go. Kart Racer manages to sustain the pressure and win the race. So, Kart Racer wins the race despite some days race Legend P2, Sanders P3, Thomas P4, Jeremy P5, Jackson P6, Steve P7, Tyler P8, Jake Marsh P9, Aaron P10, Evan P11, Sanders P12, Nick Pancras P13, DNFs Whoosh was a disqualification, Top 16 P15, DNF Lewis, Alex Baumberg, and then Steve Calvin were your other DNFs. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for watching, and we'll be back